Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ryan Igia, and we are the Group One, and we are presenting the teacher's dismissal due to absenteeism. This is a case analysis that is assigned to us. Next slide, please. Now, for introduction, it is really important for teachers' presence for for learning outcomes of the students. Now, as mentioned in EDCOM 2 Year 1 report, resources or material shortages can actually be a challenge for students. And for absenteeism, that we'll be discussing today, it roots down to unexplained absences rooted in truancy, moonlighting, ghost teachers, and also related to duties and also authorized leaves. Now, this analysis will be focusing on is critical evaluation of this case. We will be providing the lenses of the teacher and also the students. We will also be presenting the solutions and recommendations. So that's it. Next slide, please, for next speaker.
So for the background information about our case, so this is about Manuel Rodriguez, a seasoned teacher with 15 years of experience at St. Mary's High School who was dismissed due to chronic absenteeism or persistent absenteeism. So his attendance became irregular with numerous absences, lacking documentation or explanation despite his engaging teaching reputation. So the Filipino education system emphasizes teacher presence and reliability, and Principal Teresa Santos, while supportive, is firm on discipline. Manuel received three warnings. First is an initial verbal warning after 7 days of absence within a month, and then followed by a written warning after an additional 15 days of absence over 3 months, and the final warning coupled with a mandatory HR meeting, none of which resulted in substantial documentation or valid reasons for his continued absences. So his consistent absenteeism led to lower student academic performances, increased strain and frustration among his co-teachers who had to cover his classes, and parent complaints about class inconsistency. So consequently, the principal decided and HR department initiated his dismissal, ensuring all legal requirements and including a fair hearing were met. Next po.
Good afternoon, everyone. So I'll be going to be discussing an alternatives from the lens of the teachers. Teacher Manuel's absenteeism and lack of documentation may indicate underlying mental health issues exacerbated by the stress of the teaching profession. So why is being teaching profession is considered as a stressful one? According to Pew Research Center of 2024, teachers are seen to be juggling with multiple tasks each day. They have to work on administrative duties. They have to plan on lesson plans, and as well as to um, accommodate their students' behavior as well as their classroom management. Now, if teacher Manuel is, let's say, is experiencing mental health issues, there might be some public stigma that's been going on around people who are experiencing mental health issues, like such as the discrimination, the stereotypes, and the prejudice with people experiencing mental health issues, which it might be a challenge for teacher Manuel to seek help or speak with other friends and colleagues about his situation, which will also explain why teacher Manuel's absenteeism has no evidence or shows any documentation from his absences. Next, please.
So now, from the student's perspective, teacher Manuel's repeated and undocumented absences had serious consequences. Without a stable classroom environment, lessons lost consistency, and students were left to deal with substitute teachers or study on their own. Over time, this disrupted not only their academic performance, but also their confidence in the education system. Some students may have even felt abandoned by a teacher they once admired. Under the Philippine Constitution, every learner is entitled to quality education. This means that schools have a responsibility not just to support teachers but to ensure learning continues smoothly even during long-term absences. Next po.
So, for our solution, imbes na agad-agad i-dismiss si Teacher Manuel, the school could have first applied a school-based mental health support system. So, it is under RA 11036 or the Philippine Mental Health Act. So, schools are encouraged to provide mental health services with this. Uh, because many professionals, especially teachers, don't speak up about mental health struggles because of the stigma. So it was mentioned earlier that according to the American Psychiatric Association 2024, this is common. That's why this should be mandatory to have a supportive mental health evaluation after repeated absences so that they could help the teacher to clarify the situation before any disciplinary action. So yes, the National Library of Medicine also says that stress and burnout really affect teachers' performance. So with a mental health focused response, we can support struggling teachers like Manuel without compromising school standards, but with accountability, with empathy. Next po.
For solution number two, the school should set up a system that makes sure students can keep learning even their teacher is absent. So, even though it is important to support teachers, the school also has a duty based on the Philippine Constitution 1987, Article 14, Section 1, to make sure every students get quality education like what Rachel said. And also, is to do one way of doing this is having a backup plan. Like, mag-assign ng teacher or substitute teacher na also always updated in the lessons para hindi ma-interrupt yung flow ng klase kapag matagal na nawawala yung teacher. And this is not to tolerate but to have backup plan when there's a something issue like this happen in one school. And also, the school can also give learning continues to like online classes or modules for asynchronous tasks para tuloy-tuloy pa din yung lessons na ma-access ng student anytime. By this, it also helps students by keeping in their lessons and avoid confusion or stress when it comes to academic. So for next,
So, for our recommendation, we stated that teachers' behavior might have stemmed from unaddressed mental health challenges. That's why we strongly recommend that schools should institutionalize mental health protocols accordance with RA 11036, the Philippine Mental Health Act. This includes active wellness check-ins and mental health evaluations for teachers with repeated unexcused absences. Next po, thank you. Second, schools should establish a clear leave and documentation process. They must strictly follow the leave policies to ensure fairness, specifically when teachers are facing personal or health related issues. Next po. Third, we suggest improving HR intervention before escalation. That HR should take a more supportive, human centered role by offering wellness interviews or early support before moving straight to disciplinary action. Next po. And lastly, we recommend that schools should conduct a regular sensitization workshops or mental health and professional ethics, that teachers must be reminded of their responsibilities, but also they are safe to seek help when needed. So these recommendations aim to create a system that balances teacher support and accountability while protecting student learning well-being. Thank you.
Here's our references, and that's a wrap. Thank you so much for listening.